Secret sin. You go into a hidden place, remove your clothes, and use your hand all alone by yourself to satisfy yourself. That is what is called secret sin, and I want to talk about it now. Follow me. I may use some words to cover the real names, okay? Just follow me. You understand what I'm talking about. I'm going to do that. Use some words to cover the real name because of Facebook. Let's talk about secret sin. This video is not to condemn you, but this can happen to anybody, old and young, masters and servants, pastors and floor members, in offices, the orgas, and anybody. It can happen to anybody, and this act can be practiced anywhere, in the offices, in the schools, in churches, anywhere, as long as you find yourself in a hidden place. This moves you without you having control over it. Like I said, follow me. I'm going to unravel and tell us certain things. In this video, you understand why you are doing this. You understand why you can't stop it. You understand what is happening to you spiritually and physically when you are doing this. And you will also, by the grace of God, get to know how to come out of this. Okay, it comes up at times after engaging yourself. You're feeding your mind with articles that are related to this kind of practice on the internet, on your phone, or anywhere, magazines, watching people that are not putting on clothes or people that are engaging in these activities. You feed your mind with these practices, and the next thing, it's all over you. It has taken all over you. So please follow me. Let's break this down and have a good result at the end of this video. Okay, I want you to understand that this is love affair. Love affair cannot happen. There cannot be love affair just by one person. It takes two to engage in love affair, love making. It takes two to engage in it. It's true that you find yourself all alone in a secret place, in a hidden place where nobody's watching you, and you all by yourself. You're satisfying yourself, touching yourself, feeling yourself all alone. That's what you think. That's what ordinary eyes can see. But I want you to know that love affair happens between two people. So this kind of practice is a practice that happens between human being and evil spirit. You cannot see it, but this cannot happen only by yourself. It happens between human being and evil spirit. This evil spirit comes upon you like a garment. It covers your spirit and takes over you. And one thing this evil spirit will do is to make you a slave to himself. It will make you a slave to himself. Let me tell you this. Who is a slave? A slave is someone with a master. You have no right of your own. You do whatever you're asked to do, wherever you're asked to go, however you're asked to work. You go by your master's order. So why is he making you a slave? He's making you a slave so to take away the power of will from you, take away the power of choice from you, take away the power of decision from you, so that you will walk and act according to his own will and power. And that is why you keep on crying after going into a secret place to touch yourself, to be with yourself, satisfy yourself. At the end of it, you start crying, promising God that you will never do that again. You keep on crying, but at the end of the day, few days or hours, you still see yourself going back to that same act that you just finished crying about. Going back to that same act. That is automatically telling us that you are nothing but a slave to that practice. You are a slave to the forces behind that practice. You have been enslaved, and that's why you go back to what makes you not happy after practicing it. You are automatically a slave to that spirit. Because let me tell you this, who is a slave? Like I asked before, you're with someone with a master. Your master wants you to go to the market, you rush to the market. Wants you to come back and cook, you come back and cook and clean the house and do everything. That's why you see somebody, a matured man in his office, he will close the door behind and hide himself behind the door or in the toilet of his office, and he's practicing it. Someone in school will go into public school toilet and be practicing it. Someone at home want everyone to leave, he'll be practicing it. A lot of things, normal places where you are not supposed to do things like that, you see yourself doing it. You are not the one controlling yourself to do those things. You are a slave to that spirit, and that's why you cry. And when you finish crying, the spirit, whenever it comes, it pushes you to do what he wants you to do, and wherever or however or in any way the spirit wants you to do it, you do it. And let me tell you one thing again: when there is love affair between a man and a woman, there is what is called exchange of energy. There is an exchange of energy. There is an exchange. Anything is transferable, even curses, even death, even poverty. A lot of things can be transferred. Blessings, if it's done according to God's instruction, blessings come. So there is an energy. That's the point I'm driving at, okay? Now, in this kind of practice where you are alone, satisfying yourself, in human eyes, you are alone, but spiritually, there is an energy, a force with you. So let me say this. Between you and that spiritual energy, spiritual force, there is an exchange. And this energy, there's something you as human being you're giving out. The energy you're giving out is so potent and so powerful, so potent and powerful that it serves like a magnetic force that attracts good things to you, attracts favor, attracts opportunity, beautiful things to you. That someone say you're beautiful, you're handsome. It is the amount of this energy that is in you that determines where you are beautiful or where you're handsome. So there is this good endowment, this good, beautiful thing in you that God has deposited in you. In this practice, you are simply transferring it out to this energy, dark energy with you. And in exchange, this energy, this spirit is dumping dark energy inside of you. Have you not wondered? This is practical thing. This is practical thing. A lot of people are victim of this. You understand what I'm saying? Now, they will tell you, because after posting the video I posted a video yesterday. I tagged the secret sin. I got calls. When I say calls, I got calls and chat and a lot of things from people, because I dropped my number there and asked people to call me. Let's talk about this and let's find a way that God can deliver us out of this. Now, let me say this. You go to work, all of a sudden there is something happening that you don't even know how everything happened, and you are accused of things you know nothing about. Someone come around you and they just hated you for nothing. A man comes around to marry you, and all of a sudden something negative, and he didn't even know. He might not even be able to explain why he said there's no man, he will not marry you again. You as a man, you go for an interview, and the person interviewing you will just develop hatred just from nowhere. A lot of things happening to you. What is happening to you? These are the energy, bad energy that has been deposited inside of you. Speaking, wherever you are, this energy covers you. It takes a lot from you and covers you with this bad energy. We need to get to understand this. Covers you with this bad energy, bad luck everywhere. Money, you make money, you don't even know how the money is being spent. A lot of bad lucks everywhere, to the point that husbands are accusing their wives of being the cause of their failure. Because I made a video last time, last time about husband and a wife, a husband liking to be with himself all by himself alone more than he likes to be with his wife. I made a video on that. Yes, and a lot of things happening in the life of that man, and he ends up accusing his wife and all that. There is this bad energy being deposited inside of you. It covers you, it envelops you, it smothers you. That whenever you are seen, no matter how beautiful you are as a woman, wherever you appear, no matter how handsome you are, intelligent, no matter your qualification, no matter whatever you carry physically, there is something that is represented. Something is representing you. because of this practice, because of what you've engaged yourself into. And that is bad energy from the pit of hell, from devil, because of this bad energy. Let me tell you, whatever you are experiencing can never be how God made you to be, because he said, come, let us make man in our own image and likeness. If you are in the image of God and likeness of God, nobody, no opportunity has the right to pass you by. I'm not saying that you're not going to fail at times in life, but the way it is happening constantly, like the world has turned around against you, it's not supposed to be like that. It is because of the bad energy that has been deposited inside of you over time. Do you know that some people actually complain about spiritual wife, spiritual husband? This practice alone is enough to give you this spiritual wife and spiritual husband. Listen, let me give you, how am I going to, okay, now listen. Your body, maybe after taking a look, watching, engaging in activities of watching those videos on your phone, magazines, pictures, and all those that move your body to that realm. You understand what I'm talking about? Move your body to that realm that you want it. You sleep. When you sleep, there's one thing that happens to you. Your spirit leaves. That's why, like, when you're sleeping, you go around dreaming dreams and engaging in activities and stuff like that. Yes. When you sleep, after engaging in practices like this, your body, your spirit leaves. And do you know how your spirit is seen in the spiritual realm? When after engaging in this, your spirit is seen if you're a man hunting for this practice in the spiritual realm, if you're a woman ready to receive in the spiritual realm. And there are many, 1,001,000 of them out there, spirits, according to some people, statistically, spiritually, or whichever way, say that the number of spirit beings outweigh the number of human beings. But I don't want to dive into that. But I want you to understand that your body lives eager with the hunger that you've developed already in the physical. It moves with that hunger in the spiritual realm. If you're a woman, why won't a spirit out there in the spiritual realm while you're dreaming get connected to you and give you that practice? If you're a man, why won't you get those spirit girls out there and practice what your body has been wired? You have wired your body to dwell in the physical, and the spiritual it start manifesting. Why won't you get those girls and engage in that activity in your spiritual realm? And let me tell you this, some of the practices in the spiritual, after practicing maybe with a particular spirit, it won't let you go. It becomes part of you. It comes visiting you. And that is when some people will say they have a spiritual husband, they have a spiritual wife and all that. And you know how jealous and stubborn they can be, that they can even come physically to attack your partner in the physical life. So this practice alone is enough to give you that spiritual husband and spiritual wife. Just be aware of this. It is high time this spirit is stopped in our lives, okay? It is high time we just put an end to this. And for you to do this, you need to be practical. You need to be practical about this. Very, very practical about this. You know, sometimes we pray prayers and we refuse to work. It seems like our prayers are not working. Let me tell you this. I carved out 2 prayer points. You don't need to hit your head on the ground. You don't need to shout and scream and all that. It's just 2 prayer points and 1 practical thing. 1, let me talk about the practical thing you need to do, okay? Practical thing is an activity, an act towards taking hold of your mind. An act or acts towards being in charge of your mind. Okay? Now, I want to break this down. Every hunger comes from here. Who you are, whatever you're made of, starts from here. So, if you can take charge of here, fear, boldness, everything, confronting your fear, whatever it is, starts from here. Even life itself, here. You conceive it, nurture it, build it, develop it, Before you know it, physical manifestation of all these things that you've been constructing here comes without struggle. The energy, the strength, everything to develop, to establish starts from here. If you can acquire the land of this place, if you can whatever you step your foot upon, you possess, whatever, this is it. If you can occupy here, if you can practically take charge of here, manifestation of that which you have built will be very easy. Listen, I say thing, practical act, and to prayer point. Before the prayer point, so that you will not look like you're praying and nothing is happening, first thing that you need to do is what I'm saying. Listen, practically take charge here. Whenever it comes, you build the images, you build the pictures. Even when you are not watching the videos, the image you built last year is still dwelling in you. Your mind is still nurturing it, keeping it aglow, keeping it afresh, that you can go into that practice, bringing that image to reality. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I want you to find a way on your own how you can. Let me give you an example of what someone did. Actually, an example of what I put out when I made this video 2020, sometime 2020 June or something like that. I made a video on this. It's a raw video. If you want that video, I will push that video to you. I will send you the link of that video. You watch it, okay? For example, to be practical, that's what I'm saying, to be practical. This person discovers that in his bedroom, he always goes there to do these things. He's alone in the house. In his laptop, he will open his laptop and go to some websites and stuff like that and log in and start watching those videos. While he practices that, he discovers that his phone, at times when he's away from the house, he uses his phone to do that. Do you know what? He wrote a paper, wrote some things that will push him, that will go against that act, that practice. Paste it in front of his laptop. Anytime he wants to open that laptop, that write-up pops up. That write-up will just show on his face on the screen of the laptop. And having decided to work against that in his mind, to occupy his mind, he will allow that write-up to dominate him. The next thing, he bursts into that 2 prayer point I will still give you. Secondly, whenever maybe he has not gone to his laptop, he went to his bedroom to, stuff like that to practice it, the write-up on the bedroom, maybe somewhere at the corner of the bedroom, will show up on his face. He will jump into that 2 prayer point. Over time, something is taking over. Over time, something is being created in him. Over time, something is occupying his mind. There is a replacement happening in his life. Before you will know it, you will look for that practice. You will look for those pictures and images that has occupied your mind. It is no more. The house is now occupied with positive energy. And the transformation starts. Transformation starts. A newborn, a new being starts. A new creature starts. God is taking over his mind. Before you know it, he's a new being. Good things will start flowing in his life. I don't even want to go about biological effect of this. It has a lot. Maybe I should one day invite a medical personnel to tell us about medical aspect of this, because I know there are some effects how it affects men in childbearing and stuff like that. So this guy practiced this practically. It's a practical move before prayer. A practical move by pasting things, allowing those things, whenever he comes in contact with the write-up, he allows that write-up to dwell and dominate his mind. Then prayers come secondly. So what are the prayer points? Like I said before, you are like a slave in the hand of your master. It takes a higher authority to order your master to release you. If you're a slave, it takes a higher authority to order your master to release you or to buy you over, depending. So in this matter, it takes higher authority to order that spirit, dark spirit, to let go of you. Now, I brought out a prayer point I titled, this prayer point has even helped me not only in this. Whenever my strength is gone, whenever everything is gone about me that I cannot function, I speak this word of prayer. Whenever I speak it, God show up immediately. It says, Holy Spirit, help me because I cannot help myself. Holy Spirit, help me because I cannot help myself. If you see, it looks simple, like a statement, but when you have deep knowledge, deep understanding, keep repeating it, keep repeating it, keep repeating it. When you repeat it, when you keep repeating it, it will start building up something in you. Keep on building up something in you. When that thing is brings up its head, oh, something happens in you. Transformation will start taking over in your life. That prayer is so powerful. If you can allow it to dwell in you, if you can catch it. Secondly, the second prayer point, I can no longer be a slave to you. You, the spirit of, call the name of that practice. Touching yourself all alone to satisfy yourself. I don't want to mention the name because of Facebook, okay? I can no longer be a slave to, hear me and hear me clearly with boldness in your mind. I can no longer be a slave to you. You, the spirit of, mention it, dwell in it, speak it, order it, command it, tell him, speak it. And before you know it, with this practical move, like that young man who pasted the picture, the write-up of maybe the prayer point or what can go against that practice on his laptop and on his bedroom, or even on his bed, on the head of his bed, he just pastes it there. Whenever that thing comes, he will be moved to turn and look at that. The heart will automatically turn to prayer. I am telling you, it's a practical thing and the two powerful prayer points that can help you. You can get a man of God that is so strong that can lay hands on you, but let me tell you, no matter how the man of God wants to perform, lay hands, lay whatever, lay leg, lay everything layable. If your mind is not delivered, if there is no practical move to work on your mind, to step on that land and occupy, no matter how no amount of hand laid on you, you are still under captive. It's very important. Another practical thing you need to do is to cut down what I call triggers. There are things that trigger you to do them. If you have pictures and videos of those things in your phone, delete. If you have a way of blocking yourself from having access to that website, do it. If you have magazines that remind you of things like that in your house, take them, or pictures or films or videos or plate or whatever that you watch, please cut it off. Take them, burn them, destroy them. Take them away from you. Is a practical thing. Take them away. It is still a very good practical exercise to take towards coming out of this. Okay, and I want to tell you this. Anytime when you want to embark on this journey of finding yourself, finding your ground, the temptation will be intense. The temptation will come higher. A lot of things will come higher. You might, when you cut everything down, when you're walking on the road, devil knows how to bring these things around. He might just bring out a girl passing by with something. When you look at your head turns upside down. They might just pop up things, pictures and videos on maybe you're walking by and maybe you see a television somewhere, your eye going there is an image, and once you see that image, every other person around there will see that image differently, because your own case is different. That image will just magnetize in your mind like as if it was planned deal. Of course, it was the devil planning it. So please be careful. The act or the temptation will intensify. So don't be worried. You are getting close to it. Okay, when that thing happens, you're getting close to it, and maybe along the line you find yourself do it again. Don't worry, it is normal. You can't stop it like bah, all of a sudden. No, maybe when you're doing it, practicing to come out of it, you find yourself engage in it again. Don't break yourself. Don't stay there. Stand up. Don't remain there. Stand up. Pick your pieces. Move ahead. You are what? On a journey of discovery. You are on a journey of finding something. Until you find that, do not stop. Until what? You find your ground. Until you find yourself. Until you put out all those energies. Until you recover those magnetic force. Those potent and powerful energies God put in you, until you restore that magnetic force that is capable of attracting good things to you. Don't take no for an answer. Say no to this practice today. And I want you to help me to speak to someone out there by sharing this video. Share this video as much as you can so that we can help our brothers and sisters out there come out of this bondage. Most of us out there speaking, we've seen things, we've engaged in things, we've practiced things, we've come out of things, and we are telling you with boldness, knowing that when you journey as we speak, you'll be free, just like some of us out there are free from this. And glory be to God as you share this video. Thank you so much, and don't forget, this is House of the Sons Global. Bye for now.